Hi assemblers, this is Jan, and today we're going to be working on installing new laminate wood flooring. The wood laminate that I'm putting in today has two underlayments. This is the waterproof, this is the foam. The retailer should be able to tell you and let you know what exactly you need for your particular laminate. It's really important after you get everything up, make sure all your staples, all your nails, everything that is going to cause a high spot in your floor has to be gone. If it's a lump and you can feel it when you're walking, that's why you sweep it. You get all the dust, all the dirt, all the crud off of there as much as you can before you start laying your underlayment in your flooring. When you're putting down the underlayment for the waterproofing, you want to overlap it. There's always a tape right behind there. Pull that tape, press it down so you get that good waterproof seal. So when I laid down the undercushion padding for this laminate, I overlapped it a little bit. You do not want any additional items on the floor. In this, if I take a carpet knife, back cut it, then it cuts both this and this piece to make a nice even seam, and you have no height difference in either part of the padding. And then I'm going to cut back again with this carpet knife that I cut along the wall and get a nice even seam with my ruler. I'm starting the first row into my room. It's not fitting in, it's because this piece of trim is a little long and I do not want to take the trim off to cut it. So we have this wonderful saw called back cut saw. You take an extra spare piece of trim, you mark on the piece you want to back cut, load the saw and back cut. And now that fits. As you can see, my floor seam right here is not quite even with the wall. What I did was I back cut this board, and when I place that board in, it gives me a 1/4 inch away from the wall to let the board expand and contract, and gives me that nice clean seam that I'm looking for, because we're working in a very confined area at the door jamb, and tongue and groove has a nice tongue and groove that connects the flooring. I've taken my carpet knife and slightly trimmed back the tongue on the initial piece, so when I lift this up as I can, that next piece just slides in without giving me a whole lot of trouble. This is a scroll stencil, and when you have a difficult cut, like around this brick, it's not even, you push it along into it, push in the different teeth, you got a perfect scroll stencil to put on your board. Cut it out with a scroll saw and you'll have a nice clean cut as I've got below. As I'm laying board, I always have a helper. It's easier to do anything that's over, say, 12 foot with an extra set of hands. I pick the board up, put it on top, pick the back end up, slide it in, push. Most manufacturers suggest your end piece not be shorter than 6 inches. I like going a little bit longer to give me that stability. It's a little easier to work with. Then when you go to put the piece in, you have your seams spaced out. They're not on top of each other. If they're on top of each other or very close, you've got a nice unstable seam. The farther apart, the stronger the boards are together. We are done with the first 3-board template, and I will continue this pattern until I finish the room. If you enjoyed that hint, hit like, and if you would like more updates, hit subscribe.